Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's been a long time, but I do have an Ultra League battle going on here. I've got Shadow Skunktank in the lead, Tentacruel as the safe swap, and King Abbott as my closer. Finally did make that, wanted to make a team to try it out. So here I've got Tapu Fini in the lead, obviously doing super effective damage to it with the Poison Jab. They switch in an Oranguru. Crunch is going to do super effective on that psychic typing. So they let that go through. So I do switch to my King Abbott. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Somebody will tell me, I'm sure. Take a Trailblaze. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at how tanky it is. I do have a Bisharp made as well. Same typing, same moves, I believe. But I think King Abbott is a little bit tankier. So I farm the Oranguru down. They bring in Tapu Fini again, and Iron Head is going to hit decently hard against the fairy typing. So you're going to go for another Iron Head here, and looking to get a shield. They do shield that, and now what do I want to do here? I know that I've got good responses for this in the back still, so I let that go through. I actually didn't even try to throw a Snarl there. And then in the back, they've got a Salazzle. So I do switch into my Tentacruel. And Poison Jab is going to, or Poison Fang is going to start to add up as they continue to debuff me because it drops your defense. However, I feel like I'll be able to withstand several of them. And I'm farming up quite a bit here, almost at 2 Scalds. Get their last shield, drops their attack. So I still have both shields. I think I'm going to use, I don't use one here, let this Poison Fang go through. And then they switch into Tapu Fini. So I answer with Skunktank. Throw the Trailblaze right away. This is going to take them out, but it's also going to boost my attack. And now my Poison Jabs are doing more damage. And both shields left do decide to shield here, and I should be able to reach a Crunch, I think. Yeah, I reached the Crunch here, and that'll be a good game. So teams that do beat this, one is Billibolt is hard to overcome because obviously it's super effective against Tentacruel. Poison Jab and Snarl don't really farm it down all that much, and I don't necessarily have a hard-hitting move to really try to chunk it. Florges in the lead though. Part of why I opted to go for this setup is because there is a lot of fairy and water typing in the meta right now. So I decided Skunktank with Trailblaze is good against water, and the Poison Jab is really good against fairy. Ramp up your attack. As you can see there, they let the Trailblaze go through on the Feraligatr. Does about half the health. So they throw the Hydro Cannon. I do put up a shield, go for another Trailblaze, and each time I Trailblaze, this is going to increase my attack even more. So they shield that, but now you can really see the Poison Jabs starting to add up. Hydro Cannon, I do block again, and then I farm down. And in the back, they've got a Venusaur. So I go for the Crunch. Trailblaze is not super effective, and I figured even if they shield, which they do, it might drop their defense. But that's okay. They shield, and we basically CMP there. So I'm going to lose that Crunch. That's a little unfortunate. But here I decided to come in with my King Abbott and see kind of how it does, but they decide to go back into Florges, which is a little bit strange to me. Maybe they don't know the moveset. Go for an Iron Head here. That connects and takes them out. And here I want to go Iron Head again. I don't think Foul Play would quite take that out, whereas I think Iron Head will. As you can see there, Frenzy Plant is a hard-hitting move, and I could probably with the Vine Whips survive 3 of them. I think at least 2. But there that lands and takes them out. So good game there. So here, Steel typing is another one that is really hard to try to farm down. So Empoleon lead, obviously Trailblaze is good, but I recognize that I'm going to get outpaced drastically. So I switch into Tentacruel, and they answer with, what is that? I forget the name of it. Stone Edge. It's Tortuga or something like that. I know it's not that, but Tentacruel uses Blizzard, takes it out. Oh, maybe it is Tortuga. Maybe it is actually that. So here you can see the Bellabolt. So Bellabolt and Empoleon on the same team is very challenging for this team, because as you can see there, like I'm like, okay, well, I gotta let this go because I only have 1 shield left. But now their defense is boosted. I come in with Skuntank and I try boosting my attack. It's also a neutral move, so it can help, but now I'm empty on energy. Momentarily forgot actually that they had an Empoleon in the back. So I do block that Hydro Cannon, but they're already another one. So I'm going to take this. It's not going to quite take me out. Get to another Trailblaze here, but unfortunately the Poison Jab just does not do any damage. Like, you just can't farm down. So here, no shields again. They're at another Hydro Cannon. This is going to do about half my health, I think. Yeah, about half. And then they switch back into Bellabolt, and I kind of got a little bit sidetracked there. I didn't throw right away. I'm at, I think, 2 foul plays here. The outcome of the game I don't think would have changed much had I thrown first. They still had a shield, but it would have done a little bit more damage before they upped their defense. But anyways, well played to my opponent. Good team as well. And obviously, no matter what team you put together, you're not going to be able to beat every single team. Wheezing, this is an okay situation. Brutal Swing is not going to do much. Sludge is not going to do much. Overheat is a huge move, so it would still do a lot. They switch into a Lapras, so I'm going to toss the Trailblaze here, looking to do as much damage as I can. It does connect, and at this point, the Poison Jabs are doing quite a bit, so I decide to put up a shield. I'm at another Trailblaze here almost, so now they're going to be forced to throw up a shield, or this is going to take them out, I believe. So they decide not to put up a shield, and it takes them out. Okay, so Typhlosion in the back. That's 2. They're at a Thunder Punch. I'm also almost at a move, but I decided to let this go and save my shields. Bring in Tentacruel. 1, 2. They're at another Thunder Punch. And I decide, I believe, yes, to let the first one go. Kind of gauge what kind of damage it does. 1, 2. They're at another Thunder Punch. I catch. And my thinking here is that I can catch this and then farm down before the Incinerates do too much damage, but they actually switch out right away, which kind of surprised me. I thought they would essentially just try to farm me down with Incinerates. Sludge, as you can see there, does almost nothing. And here I was a little undecided what to throw, because Foul Play obviously is heavily resisted with the Fairy typing, but I was more or less expecting the shield, so I kind of probably should have done the Foul Play, save some energy. There they go for a Brutal Swing, so they have Brutal Swing and Sludge, so nothing that they're going to throw is going to be super hard hitting. The Iron Head connects. They switch back into Typhlosion. I answer with Tentacruel. I do have a shield, so I undercharge that. And then I'm going to be able to shield this Thunder Punch. And in this situation, I should be able to farm down. before they get to another Thunder Punch. And there I was one move away, one poison jab away from the Scald, but it farmed them down anyways. Ampharos, 1, 2, 3. They're at the move here. I believe it's Trailblaze, so I'm going to let it go. It is Trailblaze. Most Ampharoses are running Trailblaze or Brutal Swing, or both of those. That's normally the very typical, and then sometimes a Thunder Punch. And in rare situations, they do still run Focus Blast. I'm gonna shield this Trailblaze here, throw my own Trailblaze. I am getting boosted here, so I'm hoping that they let it go, which they do. That gets that one out of the way here. I get farmed down, which is unfortunate, by Scissor. And here I'm like, okay, what should I bring in? Bring in my Kignabbit, and again, only have one shield. Need to let this go through. Night Slash or Trailblaze. It is Trailblaze. Ironhead as well, they have access to. Here they make a nice catch onto Jellicent, but I was getting ready to throw the Foul Play, so that helps me a lot. And then the Snarls obviously are super effective as well with the Ghost typing. Add another Foul Play here. Kind of surprised I didn't shield that one, but now I'm at the point that I can just full farm down. I don't need to commit a shield, even if it's Shadow Ball that I throw. I can live at least 2. So I'm fully committed here that my win con is to save my shield and completely farm down and save the shield for the Scissor in the back. And they switch into Scissor actually, so I throw the Scald, fully expecting they're going to shield this. They do not, so I feel like they must think that I have a move on Kignabbit. I'm gonna let this go. Even in Trailblaze doesn't quite take me out, and then I switch in to my Kignabbit, and I think they realize that they're not going to be able to beat me, so they concede the match. And that is the set of battles. 4-1 set, went well. Glad to be back making a video. Hope anybody that watches it enjoys it, and I thank you guys all for all of your views and support and comments, and I look forward to getting back making a lot of videos here. Thank you, and see you guys in the next